Sir, could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps put me to sleep.
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Oh, dear.
What's up, guys? Your boy, Benny. If you have a Democrat relative or anybody suffering from Trump derangement syndrome and you want to scare the literal life out of them, show them this image. Don't show them any horror movie. Don't try and jump out from a corner. Don't prank them. Just show them this. Show them this is every Halloween prank rolled into one. This is the most terrified that any lib could possibly ever be, seeing Donald Trump do this and Joe Biden do. This is scary times. Okay, right now. This is what Donald Trump's spread looks like in the Real Clear Politics average. Look at this. This is the average. This is not, by the way, just swing states. It gets worse. This is just overall in the entire country. Donald Trump up 6, 7. Look at that. Look at those numbers. This is why people like Nancy Pelosi, Jamie Ratskin, James Clyburn, now Adam Schiff are beginning to call for Joe Biden to drop out. Biden needs to consider for his own sake if he is the best person to beat Donald Trump. This is, of course, from the guy who's run every single Trump hoax that we know of, along with the guy who ran Joe Biden for vice president, David Axelrod, saying that he's going to lose in a landslide.
It's just there are certain immutable facts of life, and those were painfully obvious on that debate stage. And the president just doesn't seem to he hasn't come to grips with it. He's not winning this race. He's more likely, if you just look at the data and talk to people around the country, political people around the country, it's more likely that he'll lose by a landslide than win narrowly this race. And
that he's going to lose by a landslide. Says the guy, if you don't know who David Axelrod is, he's the architect of Barack Obama's 2 victories that included Joe Biden on the ticket. So before you dismiss him as some crackpot, let's talk about real crackpots. This is potentially why we are currently in this position, which I find particularly hilarious for the Democrat Party. You break it, you buy it, right? Is this Joe Biden's physician? Who the hell is this guy? He's like a little creepy little weirdo, okay, named Dr. O'Connor. And this guy is shady as hell. We're going to get into it here. But get a load of this. Biden's physician met with Parkinson's disease specialist at White House like a bunch of times. Dr. O'Connor is Joe Biden's doctor. He met with Dr. Kevin Kennard, a Parkinson's disease expert at Walter Reed Medical Center, multiple times, according to White House records. Why is the Parkinson's disease specialist, an expert, going and meeting with Joe Biden's personal physician? The creepy little man. The 4th person who has not been identified in the logs from that day, Biden White House. Kennard is the authority on Parkinson's and has worked at Walter Reed for 20 years. He's been the neurology specialist supporting the White House medical unit. So this is like the kind of guy that you would call in if you think that Joe Biden has, obviously, Parkinson's. According to Hunter Biden's own text messages, Joe Biden had dementia. Very urgent. A Parkinson's disease specialist has visited the White House residence medical clinic at least 9 times since July of 2023. It's not really a cover-up, obviously, because anybody who's been paying attention, has seen this and knows exactly what's been going on with Joe Biden. But I mean, it does make for an important headline to sort of build together what this team is doing. Dr. Kevin R. Kennard, neurologist who specializes in Parkinson's research, White House visitor logs. Look for yourself. There you go. There he is, going into the White House. Neurology, Walter Reed Medical Center, Alex Berenson doing the reporting here. Speak now or forever hold your peace, Joe Biden. So does Joe Biden have Parkinson's? We've obviously speculated that he has something to do. It's something to do with either dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, maybe a mix of all of them. Either way, Joe Biden's brain is putting okay? And you shouldn't, that's not the way you should run a country. Cardiologist met with Biden and his physician at the White House for 7 hours till midnight. At the same time, the Parkinson's disease specialist was there. Dr. John Atwood is a cardiologist. Oh boy, we know that Joe Biden has had a lot of, big time health problems. Putting the story together with John Levine, why did Biden's personal doctor, Kevin O'Connor, give him a clean bill of health for his annual physical in February, specifically rule out Parkinson's disease? Was he lying? Right? So this guy is like, obviously all, very much like North Korea news. Joe Biden is a great physical, he's doing a great job. It's a good thing that Biden doesn't show any symptoms of Parkinson's, or this might be a genuine medical scandal. Yeah. Okay. So Joe Biden, in a recent interview with not an interview, but like a live phone call that was off the record, obviously with just Democrat governors on the call, and was reported on by the New York Times, apparently said, after being questioned by a physician who's also the governor of Hawaii and a Democrat, asked about his health. And Joe Biden replied, "My health is fine. It's just my brain." Okay. That kind of sounds like maybe you have Parkinson's, dude, or something really bad. Obviously, that means you have something going bad with your brain. James Comer just revealed that the White House physician was involved in Biden family business scandal and demands that he testify. So now get the webs we weave. Comer questioning if O'Connor's assessments of the president have been improperly influenced by the work that he did for the Biden family. Get a load of this. So here's from James Comer. He sent a letter on Sunday seeking to question O'Connor given his connections with the Biden family on whether his position to provide accurate and independent reviews of the fitness to serve. Comer wants to know whether O'Connor's medical assessments of Joe Biden has been improperly influenced by his work. After concerning debate performance, President Biden gave former Donald Trump. Journalists have rushed to report what Americans have plainly seen for years. The president is unwell. Comer goes on to note that O'Connor was effectively in business with the Bidens. The Oversight Committee is concerned your medical assessments have been influenced by your private business endeavors with the Biden family. Comer said his committee has obtained evidence that shows that he was involved with AmeriCorps Health LLC along with President's brother, James Biden. So this is the teeny little midget Dr. O'Connor. AmeriCorps, a company that operates rural hospitals, has been investigated by the committee as part of an impeachment inquiry specifically related to James Biden's work, which brought in more than $600,000, $200,000 of which were wired directly to Joe Biden. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? So here's James Comer's letter here. And now he's demanding that Joe Biden's doctor testify. So things are cranking up pretty hot around here. Does Joe Biden have a diseased brain? Well, obviously. This was Joe Biden seconds ago in Philadelphia. This is from today, like an hour ago. Joe Biden saying that he thanks Philadelphia for getting him elected to the Senate.
Even when I was running for Senate, and each time I ran, quite frankly, not a joke, Philadelphia in particular got me across the line.
You ran for president. You ran for Senate in Delaware. You dumb jackal. Joe Biden has been making a series of mistakes like this, like saying he doesn't remember the debate.
And did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
Well, what I want to get at is,
Yeah, I don't know. Compensate much? Joe Biden tweeting that he is the president and he's staying in the race, leading the Sopranos to say, if you got to keep saying you're the boss, you're not the boss. I cannot believe this is real. This is actually the Sopranos account. It's amazing. Way to go, man. Way to go. Oh man, it's not just me. I'm fine. It's my brain. Okay, this is somebody at a Joe Biden event this week. Pass the torch, Joe. Joe Biden getting trolled at his own events, saying at that same event that he's going to beat Donald Trump in 2020. Got it, dude. My final favorite clip of the day, Joe Biden saying he's the first black woman president.
I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, serve with a black president. I'm proud of the first.
Oh, yeah, great. You're the first black president. Okay. This was after Joe Biden's campaign forced those people doing the interviews to ask from a list of questions that they pre-provided, leading to one of the anchors getting fired. Yeah. Biden campaign will no longer feed questions to media after being outed. Oh, man. It's bad. For a medical assessment here, of course, we don't claim to be doctors or medical professionals. For a medical assessment here, let's go to the president's doctor, a real doctor, who's the doctor for Barack Obama and Donald Trump, Ronnie Jackson, who had this to say about Joe Biden's medical condition.
Tell me, roughly speaking, what you think is going on. He did the other day discuss his brain aneurysm, which really was a shock to me that he discussed it publicly, but he did mention it.
Well, I did. I saw him, periodically throughout the 8 years I was there. I'll make the comment that I wasn't his physician at the time. I oversaw the guy that did take care of him, but I wasn't his physician at the time. But I've seen the same thing everybody else saw. I've saw Joe Biden that was always prone to gaffes, but these aren't gaffes anymore. Something's changed. Toward, during the time that President Trump was our president, something happened and Joe Biden started having another issue, a cognitive issue that's related to his age. And like I've said before, I'm not his physician. I haven't examined him, so I'm not going to make a diagnosis. But there's a lot of diseases out there that have a big cognitive component: Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, multi-infarct dementia. I don't know what he's got going on, but he has something that's causing him to have cognitive decline, and it's progressive, related to his age. And, there's a lot of stuff you can do, Maria. There's a lot of jobs you can have out there that you can still be successful if you're not at the top of your game. President of the United States is not one of them. So I see a different Joe Biden now than the one that I saw when he was vice president at the White House. And I think there's lots of tape and lots of video for 40 years of this man's career. And anybody can go back and compare some of those earlier years and some of the gaffes to what's happening now. And this is something very different. This is something very concerning. This man is not in control, and he's not leading this country. Something else is going on behind the scenes, and there are other people pulling the strings, and that is very concerning for us.